fellow ADV riders. Welcome to Appalachian ADV's review of the 2021 Yamaha Tenere 700. Yamaha took a while to bring that T7 to us, but it was well worth the wait in my opinion. Background videos from my T7's very first ADV dual sporting ride. Actually only the second time I was on the bike. First ride was all pavement. Basically from the dealer back home. 45 minutes of divided highway, city streets, and a short jaunt through the Mill Creek Metro Parks. Bike feels at home on the street, whether you're talking super slab or the twistys. Comfortable cruising, peg scraping leaning, great acceleration in every gear. Biggest issue I found with street riding, specifically if you're looking to do any long mile ADV touring, is a small profile back windshield. At 5'9", I am not the tallest rider. At sustained highway speeds, the cockpit turbulence can be a bit rough. If you're planning on touring, a wind deflector would be a nice add-on. But off-road, it seems to be the perfect size. All of the off-road spots highlighted on the video are part of Appalachian ADV's Brush Creek Daytripper route in Northeast Ohio. This one will also be used in next year's The Fool's Ride on April Fool's Ride. Head on over to our website, appalachianadv.com, if you want more info on our upcoming events. Bike has great power. The front wheel can get up readily in any of the first three gears. Rocks, logs, or just bunny hopping over berms with pre-weighted suspension. Easy to kick the rear wheel out, power sliding around gravel bends as well. But I feel like the bike shines during slow maneuvers. Great idle speed, amazing balance, instant power. I put on about 1,800 miles in the T7. Mostly gravel roads, unmaintained dirt tracks, and trails. This is where the bike shines. And boom, first time down. Definitely not the last. I'd like to say it was the fault of the stock Pirelli Scorpion tires, but I was riding over caution since it was my first time out. Slow and gingerly tacking a mud hole. If I'd have punched it through, that may have been okay. Pirellis are pretty aggressive for a stock tire and perform well enough on the pavement and the gravel. But if you are planning on tackling gnarly terrain, you will definitely want to slap on some more aggressive treads. So far I've tried out the Bridgestone Battle Axe AX41s and the Motaz Rallies. Both have performed superbly in the dirt. I was only able to get about 1,200 hard-fought miles in the Battle Axe. I still have the Motaz on, so I can't really comment on their longevity yet. One of my favorite aspects of this bike is the lack of fancy electronics. Minimal bells and whistles. Analog brakes are a great safety feature, and when the floor gets gnarly, you can easily turn them off. LED display looks a bit like a Kindle, but is more than sufficient. I like that it displays a nice big off-road status when you switch off the ABS, providing the ability to lock them up when you need to in the dirt, or keep them from locking up when on the pavement. I also have a dual sport Husqvarna TE310, and the T7 performs very similarly, just a bit heavier. With a wet weight of just over 450, the T7 is extremely well balanced and handles like a champ. The 4.2 gallon gas tank is a bit small for an ADV touring bike, but it helps keep the overall weight down, which is just about perfect if you want to tackle the more technical terrain. 34.3 inch seat height, also pretty interesting for a shorter rider. It has taken some getting used to. Occasionally my dad couldn't find the ground, but what I did find was that point of no return lean angle. T7 is extremely nimble for a big bike, but attempting to recover from that no return lean angle lets you know that that bike is 450 pounds. I definitely want the ground clearance, so recalibration of my dabbing skills has been necessary as opposed to any bike lowering. Seat's already pretty thin, so I'm not sure I wanted to compromise any more cushion by shaving it down any further. 21 inch front and 18 inch rear wheels help the T7 perform like a dual sport bike, making it much easier to roll over rocky terrain or down trees. Another nice feature the team at Yamaha included was the ability to adjust the front fender's height. Simply loosening up 6 bolts gives you about an inch or so of play and pulls the entire fender further away from the front tire, which allows a bit more clearance to pull mud and other junk through, with less chance of it seeking out the rotation. If you're like me and looking for a stripped-down, middleweight, rally-inspired ADV bike that would excel in the dirt, T7 is a bike for you. especially with an unbeatable sub 10K price tag. As is, the T7 is a great ADV tour machine. If you want a more dirt-worthy ride, hook up one of the OEM packages or shop around at any one of the many aftermarket companies. Even with throwing on add-ons, it's still cheaper than many other base price ADV bikes out there that you will still need to beef up anyway. If you watch through to the end, I will list the crash protection and add-ons that I have installed to turn my bike into the tank Tenere 700. If you stuck with me, thanks for watching. Check out our other videos on YouTube, our Facebook page Appalachian ADV, or kane.appalachianadv on Instagram. Don't forget about our website, appalachianadv.com, for articles along with information on our rallies and events. And remember, to have fun, take chances.